Welcome back guys. Cyberpunk 2077 has just received a new update in the form of patch 2.2. I'll just highlight its feature. Includes many gameplay fixes, includes more vehicle customization features like liveries and colors. 10 new cars are now available for purchase on AutoFixer. These are the vehicles. Following Act 1, Johnny will occasionally appear in the passenger seat while we is driving to comment on and react to what's happening. Photo mode improvements, a new drone mode is available, disable collisions, new gallery feature where we can see the photos that we have taken, frame our photos in our apartment, more character customization features, 100 plus assets, new nails, eyes, 8 new faceplates. Unfortunately, the game still does not support FSR 3.1. This means we cannot use upscalers like XeSS and DLSS in conjunction with FSR frame generation. FSR upscaler in this game produces a lot of texture shimmering around fine textures like wires, meshes and fences. Some texture shimmering is noticeable even around the trees. DLSS and XeSS upscalers don't suffer from this problem, at least in this game. So I'll be using DLSS Enabler mod in this game running on my Rog Ally with Windows 11 to enable XeSS version 1.3.1 upscaler in conjunction with FSR 3.1.2 frame generation. Using this mod, I'll also enable AMD's anti-lag 2, which will help in reducing the latency. I've already shown the process of installing DLSS Enabler in this game running on SteamDeck with SteamOS. That was version 2.13 of this game with the same build of DLSS Enabler. The setup process is exactly the same for the latest version of the game, that is 2.2. On SteamDeck, instead of anti-lag 2, latency flex will be used. We'll be using this build of DLSS Enabler 3.02.000.0. Scroll down until you find the asset section, expand it, just click on a .exe link. This build comes with FSR 3.1.1. I'll be manually updating it to FSR 3.1.2. Just need to download Fidelity FX SDK version 1.1.2. I'll drop the website link in the description. Scroll down until you find the asset section, expand it, click on the .zip link. FSR frame generation enabled via this mod will produce a lot of ghosting around a fast moving vehicle. In order to fix this ghosting issue, we need to use this mod, Frame Gen Ghosting Fix for FSR 3.0 3.1. It's free. Need to have a free Nexus Mods account in order to download any stuff from here. Just click on Files. I'll be using an old version of the mod that does not require Archive FX mod tool. And just scroll down. For Rog Ally, you need to use this version of the mod 1.48. Frame Gen Ghosting Fix 16:9. This is Ally's aspect ratio. Manual download. Just click on download here. Click on slow download. Need to download a few more mods. Next we have disable Vignette and/or Sharpening. Click on files here. Now click on manual download under disable Vignette. Click on slow download. Next we have crouch vignette effect remover. Just click on files here, download the latest version of the mod, click on manual download here, then click on slow download. First I'll show you the games directory where you need to install DLSS Enabler. Select the game in your Steam library, right click, manage, browse local files. Now open bin folder, open x64 folder. This is the final directory, and just copy it. There's the game.exe file. Now you need to run DLSS Enabler setup file. Open File Explorer, go to Downloads. Here you will find all of the files that you downloaded earlier. I have transferred them to another folder, named it as 2.2. You can name it anything you want, does not matter. There is DLSS Enabler setup file, run it. Click on I accept. Next, paste the games directory here. Next, select the first option, install as a version.dll file. Check this option as well, enable support for AMD and Intel GPUs. Rog Ally comes with a Radeon 780M GPU. Next, install. Wait for the process to complete. There you go. Uncheck this option, click on finish. I'll just manually update FSR version. Open Fidelity FX SDK.zip file. Now open bin folder. Copy this DLL file, AMD_Fidelity FX_DX12. Open the games install directory where you install DLSS Enabler. Right here in this directory. Here you need to paste the file, overwrite. In the same directory, just look for a file name nvngx.ini. There it is. Open it. Generator is set to auto by default. Just set it to FSR 31, basically FSR 3.1. Make sure reflex is set to on. Under upscaler section, just look for the external upscaler. There it is. And just set it to XeSS, as I want to use XeSS upscaler. If you want to use FSR 3.1 upscaler, set the DXTL upscaler value to FSR 31. Click on file, click on save. Now I'll install the other mods. Extract the contents of each mod. First we have crouch vignette effect remover. Open. Copy this archive folder. Go back. Paste. Open disable vignette.zip file. Copy this archive folder. Go back. Paste. Now open frame gen coasting fix.zip file. Copy the archive folder. Go back. Paste. Now keep opening the folders present inside this archive folder until you reach the final directory. Here you will find these 3 archive files. Go back. Copy this archive folder. Open the games install directory. Right click. Manage. Browse local files. Paste the archive folder here. Open it. PC. There's the mod folder. The other 3 mods have been installed. For this game I have set the UMA buffer size to 6GB while I am running on BIOS version 441. I have installed AMD's latest GPU driver Adrenaline Edition version 24.12.1. Using a 30 watts manual profile, all 3 power values set at 30 watts. 900p resolution CPU boost disabled. Connected my Gulikit KK3 Max Gamepad to Ally via Bluetooth mode. Show you the game's Adrenaline settings. FreeSync and VSync enable. I haven't enabled anti-lag as I'll be using anti-lag 2. In order to use anti-lag 2 on Ally, need to install AMD's GPU driver Adrenaline Edition version 24.7.1 or anything newer than that. Play. In-game settings. I'll use the medium preset. Set the upscaler to DLSS. Yeah, the mode is working. Using the upscaler's quality preset. Sharpness level set to 0.3. Frame generation disabled for the time being. I'll just disable motion blur. Make sure frame gain is set to off. Medium to high settings. Apply. Video settings, display mode borderless. 900p resolution. Reflex on. Mod will replace reflex with anti-lag 2. In-game VSync off. I'll just enable anti-lag 2's latency monitor. Press its hotkey combo Alt Shift and L. Keep pressing it to cycle through the different display options. Very good. Using a custom Afterburner overlay to show you the performance metrics. We are in. I'm standing right outside V's apartment building in Little China. Here FPS is within a range of 45 to 50. Getting a latency value of around 55 milliseconds. I'll just disable anti-lag 2 by holding the right control key. Latency value increased to around 90 milliseconds. Almost 30 to 35 milliseconds increase in latency. Anti-lag 2 really helps in reducing the latency in this game. Okay, I'll just steal their vehicle, the cops. I've killed them so many times. Drive the vehicle around the city. Change the camera. FPS dropped to around 42. Almost hitting the GPU bottleneck. VRAM usage is around 4.5 GB. Image quality is looking so sharp. Not observing any texture shimmering around the trees or fine textures like wires, meshes and fences. Phantom Liberty expansion is more demanding than the standard edition of Cyberpunk. Just observing the fence. 40 to 45 FPS. I'll load the Dogtown area now, more demanding than Little China. There's V riding on his bike. Here FPS is around 40. This area is very demanding on the CPU. You see CPU usage is around 75%. 36 FPS. That was close. Rammed into that vehicle. Still did not lose my balance. 36 to 40 FPS in Dogtown. Now I'll just enable FSR Frame Generation via DLSS Enabler mod. VRAM usage around 5.2 GB. Frame generation set to DLSS frame generation, not FSR3 frame generation. Upscaler set to DLSS. Apply. I need to restart the game. We are in. This is Little China. FPS increased to around 75 after enabling frame generation. Can observe the added amount of smoothness. Keep an eye on the frame pacing graph, mostly a flat line. VRAM usage here is around 4.5 GB. Latency value increased from 55 to 85 milliseconds, roughly a 30 milliseconds increase in latency after enabling frame generation. If I disable anti-lag too, latency value increases to around 115 milliseconds. So anti-lag to cut down the latency value by around 30 milliseconds, not bad at all. Okay, time to steal the vehicle, kill the cops again. Get inside. Change the camera angle. Keep the camera slightly away from the vehicle. Like this. Observe the vehicle's bumper. It should not flicker. (65 to 70 FPS). The other mods worked. No ghosting around the vehicle's bumper with FSR frame generation enabled. Modded FSR frame generation. Oh my god. Latency value stays in the range of 85 to 90 milliseconds. It's inversely proportional to the FPS. Higher the FPS, lower the latency. As simple as that. Now I'll load the Dogtown area. This is Dogtown. FPS increased to around 63 with frame generation enabled. Lot of non-playable characters here. This is why this area is very demanding on the CPU. Still FSR frame generation is doing a decent job. Not observing any stuttering. I'll just engage in combat now. Wreak havoc. March into this facility. And just like that, combat started. People are running away. Some people are unfazed. Tin can. FPS is staying. No stuttering at all. Took a lot of damage. So good performance using DLSS Enabler mod. XeSS upscaler really helps in reducing the texture shimmering, which can be easily observed in the case of FSR upscaler. I hope this game will support FSR 3.1 officially soon. That's it for the video guys. I hope you find it useful. Thanks for watching and have a nice day.